Yeah, the first 15 minutes I thought everything was going pretty well for us, and there's no doubt that Carlton's pressure really intensified after that period, and probably the story of the game for the next quarter and a half, 2 quarters was probably our efficiency with the ball versus theirs, and I thought that they really lifted with their pressure and I don't know how many goals from turnovers they were able to get, but there was quite a few, I'd imagine. I know we talked about it at half time, was we tried to get the ball forward a number of times, turned the ball over and went straight back for a goal. So that was probably the story, particularly the first half.
14 goals to 1 there at one stage, and it was very sort of un-Sydney-like. What do you say to the players after a performance like that, and particularly probably at 3 quarters on?
It was certainly disappointing. I mean, it happened to us, I think, 2 years ago at Manuka against the Bulldogs when we had an unanswered run there. The opposition got a run on. We didn't kick goals. They kicked a lot, and it happened again today for us. And we did say we were obviously bitterly disappointed with that run on. I mean, they were able to get their hands on the ball and use it efficiently, and when we got our hands on the ball, we weren't able to use it as efficiently the other way. And it's hard to stop that momentum. We couldn't stop it for a period of time. Just far too long.
So they're a bit better once they had the ball in their hands. Their ability to create options at further field was probably better than.
That's fair to say. I think that we had more inside 50s, I think, than them. We won the contested ball. But when you look at the game, it was they were very efficient with their ball use, and we weren't. And that was the thing that really stood out to me was, along with Carlton's pressure. I mean, Carlton's pressure was first class. They applied a lot of pressure, and we just didn't use the ball well.
Your record against the top 4 teams this year isn't good. What at the moment do you think it is that's providing that gap between yourselves and the upper echelon at the moment?
It's not just this year. It's been the last couple of years, and we've trying our hardest to bridge the gap, and we certainly haven't bridged it this year at this stage. The reality is we play Collingwood next week, which is, in my view, is a good thing, because you just got to get back on and go again, and we address what we did wrong today. For mine today, I thought against Carlton the first time we were 17 points up with 10 minutes to go, so we're in the game then, and we didn't do it for 4 quarters. I thought today we were only in the game for really 10 minutes in the first quarter, and that was it. And it was more about our turnovers and ball use going forward versus their ball use going forward.
Today the most disappointing loss of the season so far, given you weren't in the contest for such a long period?
It was disappointing, yeah. I mean, they're all disappointing. We came here with obviously high expectations to make it a real contest against a quality team. We know that Carlton have improved dramatically, and we fell short. The reality is we get back home tonight, get up tomorrow and review the game and get into Collingwood.
Is a measure of their improvement the fact that you had a reasonable handle on Judd for some parts of the game, and you controlled Ben Scarlett, Walker, and it seems that perhaps their depth, their players from 15 to 22, helped them? Yeah,
I think that's a reasonable point. They're sharing the load all over the ground, and I think the first game was probably Betts and Judd that really got them going against us up at the SCG. But today I thought I think Judd only had 8 possessions to half time, but they were all over us, so they were able to share the load really well. And you're right.
I was going to say that Nick Smith got towed up by Betts around 6 games. Did you say anything to him during the week on how you approach it differently?
No, just in regards to probably knowing the personalities of your players, you back a player like Nick Smith in to rebound from that performance, and there's just you don't have to say something. He was bitterly disappointed after the last time we played them. So he's a quality kid, and he's always going to get going again. I thought that he was pretty good. I thought Alex Johnson was pretty good. I thought Hanbury was pretty good, but we didn't have enough rowing the boat.
Do you have any concerns over Shane Mumford over that strong tackle on Allard at the start of the last quarter?
Yeah, I didn't actually see it because it was just the start of the quarter, and I actually haven't seen it yet. So I'll have to have a look at it after the game.
How's Ted Richards? He didn't finish the game, but he limped off with a leg injury.
Yeah, he's got a sore ankle. He's had it for probably a couple of weeks. He's been playing pretty well, but it hasn't given him problems during the games as such until today. So his ankle was a bit sore in the last quarter.
It's one of those games where you could have, really sort of knocked on the door and got into the top four. So what does it say about?
Well, it says at this very moment that we're a bit short of that. That's what it says at the moment, and it's hard to argue anything against that. It just says, as we sit here right now, we're a bit short of that top four, and we need to get better. And we haven't got much time to do it because we've got a week, and we can, which from my point of view is a good thing. There's no point. Let's just get back on the bike again.
Brucey spoke a lot last year about the talent level in the team. How do you feel when you look at Carlton's team and the top three guys that get possessions today are all number one draft picks?
I don't look. It's hard to. I don't know what we've got in top 10 draft picks versus in father sons, for instance, versus other clubs. But I mean, it is what it is, and there's not much you can do about it. It's we need to. We as a football club have always maintained the belief that we need to be really competitive all the time. And that's what we try and do, whether that's through trades or draft picks. Daniel Hannery was 30 plus. Sam Reid was 30 plus in the draft. I think Alex Johnson was nearly 60. So, there can still be some good players found, but we need to make sure we find them and keep developing them and trading and doing different things to try and be as competitive as we can. It is what it is. That's the competition.